Hey there, it's Erin. So I wanted to do a quick little video for this month's training on marketing tools. So I've actually just redone the marketing tools page. So you can come here at communityinfluencer.com/tools. And I realized that a lot of you guys have been asking me on not what tools to use, but actually why I use the tools that I use. So I wanted to do like a quick little breakdown here and show you why I use the tools, and I'll just go through them really quickly one by one and show you kind of an overview of also our new tools page in action. Okay, so let's talk about why we use certain tools. So first and foremost, I have website tools listed here. So I use Hover to buy all of our domains because they are the absolute best. So I stopped using GoDaddy a long time ago because GoDaddy was super spammy. They were always trying to upsell me. They make you buy domains for like 7 years, and then you basically have to come in and go to yourself and basically drop it down to 1 year, and the price is like drastically different. So I just got tired of all of that like sleaziness. And so I found Hover. And like I said, once I found Hover, I've never gone back. Every single one of the domains that we register, we have gone through Hover. And even when I buy a domain, because I have to, like at auction or something like that, which I don't recommend, by the way, I still go back and re-register it through Hover. So any one of your domains that you have, if you want to move them over to Hover, once it's time for them to renew, all you do is you just go to Hover and you can go to transfer them. And it's really simple, it's easy, and it's free. The only caveat is you just have to register when the domain is about to expire or renew on your other platform. Okay, so I love Hover. Like I said, I cannot live without it. I buy every single one of my domains here. The other deal breaker for me is that Hover also does free privacy. So a lot of people don't know that when you go to, when you register for a domain, it's public to the world. And GoDaddy actually charges you to lock it down and make it private. Hover does it for free. I love it. WP Engine is another one that I have always been really a big proponent of. And so with WP Engine, we actually are a partner with them. When you click the button, you can see here that they actually mention community influencer and all of that stuff. So we are really big on WP Engine. And some of the things, the reasons why I like them is because they have 24/7 support. Their support is amazing. It's reliable. I have used every single domain under the sun, and a couple of times, not just once, a couple of times, one of the like I used Bluehost and I used HostGator. They literally lost my domain one day. I've lost tens of thousands of dollars with some of the other hosting. And so once I went to WP Engine, it was super reliable. I have never had any problems, and I'm super just ecstatic with them. So if you are looking for hosting, then that's what we cover here. One other thing I want to mention is that they actually do free cleanups if you ever get hacked. They're the only hosting company I have ever found to do that. So I'm really happy with them. Winning Agent theme, as you guys know, Winning Agent, we have a partnership with. I like using their themes because they're built on WordPress. WordPress is the gold standard for building websites. Every single website that we have is all built on WordPress. So I recommend that you do the same because Google loves WordPress, and Winning Agent is amazing. They have great support. They have a great theme, and they focus on real estate websites. So it's really easy to get a website up and going, but it's really hard to do it for real estate. So that's why I like using Winning Agent themes. Gmail is awesome. Okay, so I want to make a distinction. We have G Suite for Gmail, which is why this is like business email. So we use G Suite. Every single corporate company I've ever worked for has always used G Suite as well. So there's a difference between your free Google, so it's like, John Smith at Gmail versus John Smith at johnsmith.com. So we actually, all of our email addresses are at honeybarmedia.com, but when we log in, it's through Gmail. So I recommend it. It's like $5 a month, and it's really simple to get going. It also comes with Google Drive, Google Docs, Google spreadsheets, all of that stuff. And me and my team, we are obsessed with G Suite. We cannot live without it. We communicate constantly. And if one of us is writing a doc, the other one can actually jump in and write in real time and we can see each other. It's amazing. So that's one of the benefits of using Gmail. Lead capture tools. So I love listings to leads. Listings to leads is great for landing pages. They're fast loading, which is essential when you're running ads. They also do easy home evaluations. You can get one-click lead capture from Facebook and also have like automatic market updates for sellers as well. IDX Broker is the gold standard for IDX. I like it because you can collect homes for sale, right? So you can rank in Google for things like horse properties for sale or pool homes for sale. You name it, you can do it. That's exactly what Zillow does to collect leads online. You can do the same exact thing by creating collections of homes on your website. And then when you start ranking for those in Google, you'll get leads from IDX Broker. So I love IDX Broker. Plus IDX Broker is seamless integration with the winning agent theme on WordPress. Okay. So that's the other reason why I love it. For real estate CRMs, I get this question all of the time. Erin, what is the best real estate CRM? There are only two that I can recommend in good conscience. I talk about this all the time. I have no relationships with Follow Up Boss or Lion Desk, so I have no ulterior motive for telling you this. For Follow Up Boss, the reason why I like it, well, let me back up. The reason why I only recommend these two is because they are the only two that automate and integrate with all the other systems that I teach you guys to use. The problem with real estate CRMs is that they are not automatic, so they're super manual. And if they're manual, you're not going to use them. And the second problem is that they don't integrate. So if they don't integrate with any of the other lead capture tools that we're teaching you how to use, you're also not going to use it. So I can't recommend any of the other ones because they are closed systems or poorly built or outdated, and I hate them. So I've tried them all, and these are the only two that really work. So Follow Up Boss, I love because it's super simple. It is the more expensive of the batch, but it is so easy to learn and it's so simple. Now, Lion Desk would be my second choice only because it has a little bit more of a learning curve. I don't really like the interface that much, but it is the cheaper one of the two. So either one of these is good. I have a rule on my team. We don't go for the cheapest option. We go for the best option because we've gone for cheaper options and we've literally broke every single tool that we have ever had that we bought for cheap. So I just have a rule now on my team. We only go for the best, which is why I recommend Follow Up Boss. Okay. Real estate lead nurture tools. I love Real Scout. As you guys know, Real Scout is amazing because it is a listing alerts tool. So it's prettier than your MLS because most MLSs, let's face it, they look like they're from the dinosaur ages. They're horrible. It's prettier than your MLS. It's easier to use than Zillow, Redfin, and Trulia. So your clients and your leads are actually going to want to use Real Scout. They're going to love it. It's super simple to navigate and it gives them listing alerts. So every time a new home comes on the market in your area, as long as they're a lead on listing alerts, they will get those. And they have an app too. And if they use the app, or if not, it doesn't matter if they use a desktop, you can actually just text them through the desktop interface or through the app. So you can see what homes they're looking for and then text them about those homes and start to engage with them. So a lot of times what we realized is that sometimes you'll be emailing people, you'll get no response, but every time you email them a listing alert, you can see them like moving around in Real Scout. So that's the other reason why I really like it. For marketing tools, we love Later. So Facebook just came out with their studio and they do allow you to now schedule on Instagram. However, I don't like it. So I still use Later. My team still uses Later. The reason why is we schedule everything natively on Facebook, but for Instagram, it doesn't allow us to have native scheduling just yet in a way that I like. So we still use Later. You can do tiles and mix and match and basically look at your entire feed before you publish it every day. And so that's why we use it. And basically what I recommend is that when it's time to post, have it ping your phone and you'll just post and then move on with your day. It's amazing. So you can schedule all of your Instagram in one afternoon. And then, like I said, have it ping your phone. You can post directly from Later on Instagram, but I don't recommend doing that because when you post directly on the platforms using third-party tools, you don't get as much engagement. So use Later. For list reports, I love list reports. A lot of people don't know about this tool yet. It's awesome though. You can type in any address. It kicks out stunning listing materials, open house flyers, neighborhood posts, school info, and more. And I used to use this for my open houses all the time. I loved it. It's so beautiful and it's so easy to use. You really do have to kind of look at list reports in order to get a feel of what they actually do. But it's free to sign up. It's free to get all of these open house materials. You can kind of see here how pretty and beautiful and simplistic and minimal it looks. It's awesome. It's just great for modern agents, and it just kicks out all of this really cool stuff. And I can't speak highly enough about it. So I love list reports. For stock photo sites, these are the ones that we use. Pixabay, Pexels, Unsplash. You can pretty much get any single photo that you're thinking of on here for your ads, for your open houses, for anything, all your marketing materials here. And Shutterstock is one that I like, but it is premium. So these three are free, and then Shutterstock is premium. So for instance, if I was going to write a blog post about puppies, I could come in here to Pixabay, type in puppies, and I will literally get 6,000 plus cute puppy images here. I could do this all day. Okay, so next is real estate video equipment. So I get a lot of questions about my video equipment. So whenever you guys see me doing Facebook Lives or you see me in the groups or anything like that, I'm always using this webcam, okay? That's like all the time. Whenever you see me on Instagram and you see photos of me, I'm using this DSLR plus this camera lens. I actually take my own photos. I have a tripod and a remote, and I just snap away. People ask me all the time, who is taking photos of yourself? So for instance, if I go to communityinfluencer.com and I do all of these photos, you can see that they're high quality, and I took this of myself. So a lot of times people will ask me all the time, what do I use? I use this. All right. So you can use like a photo editing. You can use Canva. You can use PicMonkey to kind of edit your photos. I get mine professionally edited because it's all for the business and all that stuff. But this is what I use to take pictures. I also use my iPhone. I have an iPhone 11 right now, but every time the iPhone comes out, I upgrade to the newest one, and it always has good cameras. So the ring light, I call Botox in a bulb. I love the ring light, and I've tested a lot of lights. This is the one that I like the most. It has the most flattering light when you're doing videos, especially when you're doing on Facebook Lives and those types of things. So I do like doing the ring light when I'm in my office and at my desk. I also light my background with these. So I get a lot of questions on how do I light my background, and you guys are pretty familiar with my background, I'm sure by now. And this is how I do it. I have lights that light it up, and then I have a smooth stability gimbal. So if I'm like walking around on like a hike or jogging or whatever, this is great for real estate agents. If you're doing a home tour, you would basically put your phone in the slot and then walk around with it, and it keeps it smooth so that the people who are viewing your video don't get sick. Okay. And then the last tool I want to talk about here is just the credit card. So I get questions about this all the time. I travel a lot. I'm probably in a new city at least once a month or at least once every 2 months. And I cannot recommend this card enough. Okay. So you get triple points on travel, but you also get triple points on digital advertising. We spend a ton of money on Facebook, and we're starting to do YouTube, and we've also done Pinterest and Instagram and you name it, Google ads. So basically every time a dollar goes out for this card, we get 3 points. And so a lot of times I'm able to take vacations and send my team to conferences and those types of things based on all of the points that we rack up on this card. So it has a high spending limit. We tried, this one is actually the number one card that everybody recommends, and I see why, because it's amazing. They did an American Express. I tried the American Express and I tried the Chase Ink. The problem with the American Express was that it has these weird credit limits, and for our Chase one, our credit limit is high, you guys. I mean, high. But then when I went to travel to the American Express, it was like they'd only let me spend like $4,000 at a time, and it was so weird, and it was hard to get a hold of people. I couldn't pay the card off when I wanted to. So this card we pay off like a couple times a month, and you couldn't do that with American Express. It was so odd. And then I also love this one because I think they use Expedia. So when I log into Chase, I can actually book my travel, book cruises, book flights, book whatever I want. And I can do it right inside of the credit card portal and just use my points right there. And the rates are so good, you guys. A lot of times with American Express and a lot of these other ones, they charge you so much more to use your points. When I go to Chase, it's literally the exact same amount I would have done if I would have went to Expedia and booked it directly on Expedia. So love, love, love this card. So if you haven't gotten it already, please do so. You're going to freak out when you see how much you do, like how much you are going to love it. Okay. So anyone who's a real estate agent, if you're doing ads, please get this card. You're going to love it. So these are all the tools that I recommend. And if you guys have any questions, please post them in the Facebook group because I'm here for you and I want to make sure that you have all of your questions answered. But basically, these are the tools that I love, and most of them my team uses, and we literally cannot live without it. We cannot operate the business without a lot of these tools. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.